Hi everyone. So this is about Formula 44, the exercise elements. Today we will learn how to do Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation. Before we describe what is Sun Salutation, Surya Namaskar, let's recall in Formula 44 we undertake to adopt 4 methods of nutrition and food and 4 methods of exercises. The 4 methods of daily regimen for the food are 1 fistful of nuts, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of warm water when we get up early in the morning, and 4 helpings of food which has sufficient amount of grains, pulses, beans, vegetables, lentils, etc. If you are consuming these 4 items in your meal every day, including the water, therapy in the morning, you are fulfilling the requirements of the food elements of Formula 44. Now in the exercises, there are 4 elements. First one, which is the most important and the most difficult, is 1 hour of meditation. Then there are 2 rounds of walk, 3 rounds of breathing techniques, and 4 rounds of Surya Namaskar. So today we shall learn the simple steps about the Surya Namaskar. So Surya Namaskar is the salutation to the sun. So it is called Sun Salutation. It's very, very popular. Everyone knows. And the literal meaning is you are saluting the sun. Sun is the source of energy for the Mother Earth. If the sun were not to rise one day, and if it does not rise for 2 consecutive days, the ocean will freeze. That's what I learned. So the importance of sun is absolutely unbelievably huge. And the sun has been glorified in the scriptures. The sun also represents the Supreme God himself. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 verse 1, Shri Krishna says to Arjun, aham vivasvate yogaṁ, proktavān aham avyayamvivasvān, manur prāha, manur ikṣhvākave bravīt. He tells Arjun that I spoke Bhagavad Gita to the sun god Vivasvan millions of years ago. And Arjun is very surprised. 5,000 years back, Shri Krishna is describing Bhagavad Gita to Arjun, narrating Bhagavad Gita to Arjun, and he is telling that millions of years ago, I spoke Bhagavad Gita to Sun God. So, Arjun is very surprised that how you spoke Bhagavad Gita so many years back and you remember. That's when he reveals that he is the Supreme Almighty, he is all-knowing, he is all-powerful, he is omniscient, he is omnipotent, he is omnipresent. And then he tells Arjun, Bahuni me samtitani vartmanani charjuna. You know, you have had many births, I have had many births, you have forgotten, but I remember. So that is the beauty of the power of Sun God, which we are addressing in the learning of Surya Namaskar, that Shri Krishna mentions about Sun God, who is called Vivasvan, how he spoke Bhagavad Gita to Sun God and how Sun God passed it on to Manu, and how Manu passed it on to Ikshvaku, the dynasty of Lord Sri Ram. But that was just a good theoretical knowledge. Let's come back to Sun Salutation. So in Sun Salutation, there are 12 postures, and in each posture there is the importance of breathing. So we have to perform those 12 sets of exercises and breathe inward or outward as the requirement may be. And you can do it in the multiple of 4. For example, I do a minimum of 4 into 3, 12 rounds. So we will learn what are the steps in the 12 rounds. The last few steps are the repetition. So we have to learn the first few steps. And also, if we are doing it in open, in the morning against the rising sun, that is the best. If not, we can select a place which can be inside the room or wherever, and visualize the rising sun. Remember the verses from Bhagavad Gita, for example 4.1. For example, yada aditya gatam tejo jagad bhashyate khilam akhandamapi yada aditya gatam tejam. That shloka from 15th chapter. Na tad bhashyate suryo na shashanko na pavaka yad gatva nivartante tad dham paramam mama. There are many verses related to sun god Surya in Bhagavad Gita. So this is a complete divine setting. And now let us mix the exercise. So the first posture is the Namaskar posture, in which you stand firm, and this is the Namaskar posture, where you fold your hands and you are taking normal breath. Now inhale and bend backwards, and then move forward. Next, Ashwa-sanchalan, the horse movement pose, then the plank pose, then Sastang Namaskar, and Bhujangasana, the cobra pose, and a very important pose called Parvatasana, the mountain pose. You have to spend a few seconds in this pose. And then again bring the foot, leg forward, and repeat some of the steps. Backward bend and come back into the Namaskar pose. So these are the 12 rounds, 12 steps in one round. And if you do it 4 into 3, for example 12, that's a good number to begin with. Now as we can see that in Surya Namaskar, every limb of the body is exercised. That is why this exercise is very, very effective. So the breathing, for example, inhalation and then exhalation, going down, then inhalation again, then again exhalation, hold the breath, again inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, and exhalation. So this is Surya Namaskar, an ideal exercise. If you do Surya Namaskar, you don't have to do too many exercises. You can select a few others, but Surya Namaskar by itself is a very, very complete exercise. And let us try with 4 and 8 and then move on to at least 12, which is an optimum number. So the verse which I was trying to recall, yada aditya gatam tejo jagad bhashyate akhilam yachandramasi yachagno tat tejo vidhi mamakam. So Bhagavad Gita is full of description about the sun god, and I hope this can be a transformational experience in our lives if we implement Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation. This is Rajesh bringing this video to all of you from Kuala Lumpur. Take care.